me how many women have penises? Because Keir Starmer, your leader, seems to think that some of them do. Do you know any women with penises?
Well, I've been talking about this related issue this morning because there's new guidance from the Department of Health about ovarian screening, and they've removed the word woman from the screening, and the Health Secretary was asked about this, and I agreed with his response, which I think is that, you know, we need to use language in a way that everybody understands. We all know what we mean when we say woman, but we also need to make sure we're, you know, respectful and inclusive when it comes to people who are trans men.
I just want to clarify.
For example,
do you know any women with penises? I don't have one. I don't know whether you want to receive whether you have
ever asked anybody.
No. Why does your leader think that some women have penises? I'm pretty darn sure they don't. I think that's kind of one of the things that being a woman means is you don't have a penis.
Well, it's the same issue that I've just been talking about with the ovarian cancer. The vast majority of people getting ovarian cancer screening will be women.
The vast majority? Do you mean 100%?
There will be trans men who are
women
who still have ovaries, and
because they're women. So only women get ovarian cancer because only women have ovaries. Because they don't have penises.
The vast majority are women, absolutely.
Vast majority. So I just want to clarify, do you believe that some women have penises? Do you agree with your party leader?
If you are transitioning, if you are going through and you are transitioning from a man to a woman or a woman to a man, you will have you will have a process. You will have different. I haven't asked the question of any individual person. What I have done is had in my surgery a trans woman who faced loads of abuse and is having a very difficult time.
No one's calling for people to be abused.
So we just need to be careful. But of course, in the vast majority, you know...
Stating facts, sorry, Sarah. Stating facts isn't abuse. So a man who is transitioning to live his life as a woman, we can be respectful and empathetic and supportive. That doesn't make him a woman. He's still a man, and if he's still got a penis, he's a biological man. He's not a woman. Women don't have penises.
No, biological women don't, but if you're
women don't.
Then
women
the vast
don't.
Majority of women don't. Yes,
I'm not going to get anywhere. I know you have to go. Do you genuinely think you're going to be elected to government when you can't answer this question?
Sorry.
To be fair,
forgive me. I thought you'd.
No, I'm leaving the space. I know you have to go, and I'm sorry for taking you over time. I just can't let this go. I'm sorry. Do you genuinely think you'll be elected to government, you and your party, if you can't answer this question straight?
I did answer the question, and I think that the people of this country, when I go and talk to them, want to talk about the cost of living crisis, want to talk about what Labour would do about it, want to talk about the bigger issues of the day, want to make sure we support those who are vulnerable and who might get abuse, so we need to be careful with the language that we use, but know that in the vast majority of cases, women are women, men are men. We all know that, Julia. I don't think there's an issue here at all.
I think there is.
We need to stop talking about this, because I tell you what, when you go out there in the real world, knocking on doors and speaking to people in pubs and town centres in places like Ashfield, nobody's saying whether or not a man's got a penis or a woman's got a penis. No. We automatically know in my neck of the woods between the difference between a man and a woman. Yeah. You know, when I was born, the midwife says to my dad, "Congratulations, you've got a son." He didn't say, "Congratulations, we don't know what you've got. Wait till it's 18. It's absolute nonsense.
Yeah, wait till he can speak and he decide what he is. You know, I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
You're a doctor. Can a woman have a penis? Because the Labour MP Stella Creasy says they definitely can.
Oh, I mean, this is just ridiculous, isn't it? Where does one even start with this? I mean, I actually know that this is Stella Creasy, obviously, and I actually tweeted her last night because I was so outraged. You know, a woman is an adult-born female who can bear a child from her uterus using her ovaries. She does not have a penis. Now, if a man wants to become a woman and decides not to have his penis chopped off, then, of course, he will be behaving as a woman, acting as a woman, calling himself as a woman, and he will have a penis. But a biological woman cannot have a penis. And the fact that we have politicians, the people running our country or wanting to run our country in Stella's case, saying this, to me, is just bizarre and really upsetting. You know, I've got a 3-year-old who's going to go through the school system designed by these people. What on earth is she going to learn?
Yeah, no, and as you quite rightly say, Renee, I totally agree with you. Live your life exactly how you want to live it. Nothing to do with me, and as long as you're not harming anyone else, I want you to be happy. I want you to lead a fulfilling
100%.
life that makes you content. So if you want to identify as a woman, you know, go, absolutely, and I will respect that. I'll call you she, I'll use the pronouns. I don't want to upset you. However, do not tell me that biologically you are a female, because you are not.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, in medicine, this is actually really important because there are diseases that are more prevalent in men than women. The risks that women have and the risks that men have for different diseases is very different. So if we're planning for a population and for our health service that we want to deliver properly and as best we can in the future, we need to know actually who are biological women and who are biological men, because with the best will in the world, those women who identify as women who used to be men are not going to have the same risks. They're not going to get cervical cancer, for example. And I don't care what anyone says, they are not going to get cervical cancer. And the women who are men are not going to get prostate cancer. It's really simple. We need to be able to use these things. It's important. I also think, more importantly, we need our children to be clear on what is actual science and what is groupthink. And we need to teach our children the difference between biological women and trans women and biological men and trans men.
So, as you mentioned earlier, Keir Starmer has before got himself into hot water, quite rightly, for being totally unable to say what a woman is, whether a woman has a penis, or whether only women have a cervix, on a different radio station that has much less intelligent guests and phone-ins than this station.
The other place, as we call it.
The other place. Yeah. Well, Keir Starmer's gone away and he's done his homework and he has a new answer, but I can only give him 5 out of 10 for this answer. So he has said that for the vast majority of women, this is all about biology, and of course they don't have a penis.
Well done, Keir.
We all know that, and of course they need safe spaces, and we'll support that. But there is a small minority of individuals who are born in a gender they don't now identify with.
See.
And he went on to say that some women do have penises. So he is right that, of course, some women need safe spaces. We need sex-based spaces and rights that are reserved for women. But of course he's wrong in saying that women have penises.
Yeah, well, it's entirely. Wouldn't it be more sensible to put it around the other way and say that some people with penises think they're women? Is that wrong?
That would be another way round of saying it. So Tory MP Mark Jenkinson has said, poor old Todger Dodger Sir Keir has gone and got himself stuck between a rock and a very hard place. I'd argue that Keir Starmer's got himself caught between a cock and a hard place, and I don't think this is a very comfortable place for him to be.